Okay, so I will give you the meaning and then you are going to guess what is the exact word. Okay, the meaning of this word is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties. Or another word for this is toughness. So the synonymous words for toughness rather, we have here willpower and firmness. Okay, so who would like to guess? What is that word? Is it A, resilience or flexibility? Yes, Lance, would you like to answer?
Uh, Resilience, ma'am.
Resilience. Okay, I will click the word resilience. Let's try to check if your answer is correct. Yay, very good, Lance. The word there is resilience. So, Lance, what is the meaning of resilience then?
Uh, to be
What's the meaning?
to be tough.
To be, yes, very good. To be tough. Now, we know that Cagayan de Oro is under what status of quarantine? We are in MECQ.
MECQ.
Yes, Nikki, kindly, what is the meaning of MECQ, Nikki? Who are allowed to go out?
Moderate enhanced community quarantine.
Modified, enhanced community quarantine. So those authorized persons are only with upper and then below 21 and 60 above years old. Those with immunodeficiency, comorbidity, or other health risk and pregnant women, they're not allowed to go out. So, are you familiar with the word comorbidity? Who's the other classmate of yours? Lance, Nikki, and the other one? What's the first name? May I know your name, girl? You are
Uh,
Princess, am I right?
Claire na si Claire na
Ah,
ma'am.
Claire,
Dili
Claire.
na
Yes,
si
Claire.
Lance ma'am, si Ken.
Ken.
Ken. Okay, Ken, Nikki, and Claire. Yes. What's the meaning of comorbidity? Have you heard this word?
Uh,
Ken. Okay.
I-
Kindly read Ken.
what is comorbidity? Comorbidity is defined as the co-occurrence of two or more disorders in the same person, not
Yes, so
synonymous
mm-mm.
without this.
Mom Daisy tackled a while ago no, about diseases. So if a person has two or three diseases, so that is already considered as a comorbidity. So therefore, if a person has comorbidity, he is at risk of having or acquiring COVID-19. So even us, though we are healthy, we should stay at home and follow the rules or the protocols. Okay? Are you with me, guys? So let
Yes.
us proceed. So these are the objectives of our lesson for this afternoon. So identify the subject and verb in the sentence. Compose a story using the SV agreement and share the story of resiliency during MECQ. Okay. So I have here, I would like to share a story. Okay, this is my story. This is my way of coping, no, coping the uncertainty of COVID-19. No, we are in pandemic nowadays. We don't know what will happen next. So because of gardening, I am able to be resilient, tougher to face the problems, the daily problems. So please listen carefully. In our backyard, there is a garden. Inside the garden, there are many colorful flowers, vibrant leaves, which make you smile. There are also potted plants and a wooden chair. Sometimes I bring my Bible in the garden. Okay, how about you, Nikki? Do you have a garden?
Yes,
Nikki?
ma'am.
Wow, what are you doing there in your garden, Nikki? What? Yes,
Plants,
Nikki.
usually, ma'am, kay mga kuan, herbal plants.
How about you, Ken? Do you have a garden?
Uh, my aunt has a garden.
Wow, very good, Ken. Now, these are the activities that I am doing in my garden. So I love it to share to you guys. Every morning, I visit my flower garden. I cultivate the soil. I pull the weeds. And I water the plants. After gardening, I wash my hands. Then I sit on the chair and I read the Bible. Okay, so this time let us try to tell the story now. All of us, let's try to, okay, tell the story. Everybody, every morning,
Every morning,
I visit my flower
Visit
garden.
my flower garden.
our garden,
I
I
cultivate the soil.
just
I cultivate the soil.
I pull the weeds.
I pull the
I pull
weeds.
the weeds,
I water the
And I
plants.
water the plants.
water the plants.
I water the plants.
Okay, continue. After
After
gardening, I
After
wash my
gardening,
hands.
I
I
wash
wash
my
my
hands.
Then I
I
Then
sit
sit
I
on the
sit
chair
on the chair.
and I read the
And
Bible.
I read the Bible.
So I would like you to share your
And
own
I read the Bible.
story. Okay. So I would like you to share your own story later. Now, let us have another example here. Let's try to analyze the chart. So I will give another area na in my house that I love to go and visit aside from my garden. So since we are in MECQ, we cannot go somewhere else. So we'll just stay at home and try to discover some comfortable places in our house. So the location here is prayer room. So every day, I go to our prayer room. I pray inside. I find peace there. I say a prayer and I leave the prayer room. So that is my very simple story, but at least you're able to identify the subject and the predicate. Okay, let's proceed. Now, how about this table? Who would like to analyze this table? Yes, Nikki? Try to read the verbs in column 1, or the first column.
Every day,
Okay, just the verbs, Nikki. So visit, cultivate, pool,
visit.
okay, water.
Every water, wash, and read.
Okay. Now, how about the other side, Claire? What have you observed? Where is Claire? Okay, Ken, would you like to help Ken? Hello?
Uh,
Ma'am,
Ken. Hello, Ken. Try to observe, Ken, what happened to our verbs in the second column. So visit becomes,
uh, visit,
yes, and cultivate becomes.
cultivates,
Therefore, you are adding what?
and
Okay, you are adding S. And now I want you to check the second row. No, this is the first row and then the second row. If your subject is I, are you still there, guys?
yeah,
So if your subjects are I, you, we, and they, meaning you are going to use a verb without S. But then, if your subjects are, kindly continue, Nikki. Continue explaining it. If your subjects are he,
If your subjects are singular, without you use words without s. If your subject is plural, you add s.
okay, very good, Nikki. So that is the basic rule of subject and verb agreement. Okay. So when you say subject, that is the performer of the action, and the verb is the action of the subject. So very basic, no? I know you understand already this. So let's try to watch a video so you can understand it fully.
Let's learn English through Educatune with teacher Aya. Let's improve your grammar today. Our lesson is subject-verb agreement. Rule number 1 in subject-verb agreement is singular subject takes singular verb, whereas plural subject takes plural verb. Subject is the noun that performs the action in the sentence. Singular subject pertains to only one doer of the action, like student. Plural subject pertains to two or more doers of the action. Most singular nouns are made plural by simply adding s at the end of the word, like students. Verbs pertain to action words. Most verbs are made singular by adding s at the end, like walks, cleans, and most verbs are made plural by using the base form, like walk, clean. To simplify, commonly, if the subject is without s at the end, then the verb should have an s. If the subject is with s, the verb should be without s. Rule 1. Singular subject takes singular verb. Example: the student listens carefully to the teacher. Since the student is only one, it is singular. So, the verb should also be singular. Student without s, so the verb should be with s. This pen writes well. Pen is the subject. It has no s in the end, so it's in singular form. The verb should be in singular form also, so we use writes. Most of the time, if the subject has no s, the verb should have an s. Second part of Rule 1 is plural subject takes plural verb. The students listen carefully to the teacher. Students is in plural form, with s. So, the verb listen is in plural form, without s. These pens write well. The subject is pens, with s. So, the verb should be without s. Right. Therefore, most of the time, if the subject has s, the verb should not have an s in the end. Try to complete the sentence with correct form of the verb from the parenthesis. The aliens blank to land on Earth. What do you think is the correct answer? Plans or plan? You may pause this video to think.
Okay, so again, Nikki, what is the basic principle of subject-verb agreement? If we have, hello, Nikki. Ken,
Yes, ma'am.
if you have singular subject, then you need to have a singular verb. So remember that one. Okay, but then, how about the pronouns I and you? Can answer this, so can analyze this table. Pronoun I and you. Why is it though I means singular, but then our verb is without S? And you can be singular or plural, but then we are still using a verb without S. Yes, Ken? So we call this, Ken, as exception to the rule, meaning the pronouns I and you are not included in this basic rule. Okay, let's proceed. So, let's try to have an activity. Okay, just apply the correct verb. If you know the answer, just answer immediately. The boy blank.
Praise.
Very good, Ken. You know already the answer, Ken? Okay, 1 point, Ken. Stay blank at home.
R.
Stay.
We're using main verbs only.
Stay.
Stay with S, without S. He blank the face mask.
Where? Where?
Where?
Wears with S. You blank the rules.
Follow.
Okay, very good, Ken. Okay, that's good. Got it right. Now, for our evaluation, you need to create your own story, then make a table showing your activities. So, what do you do every day during MECQ? So, every day so you supply other side, the locations or the objectives. And then your assignment, create a story, then make a table. What does your mother or father or guardian do during MECQ? This time you're going to use pronoun he, she, or the noun itself, the name of that particular person. So, and then, by the way, you are going to create a video about his or her daily activities. Okay, is it clear? So for our reflection, what are your activities at home during MECQ? Do you think those daily activities make you resilient despite the present crisis, and why? Ken, please answer, and we're done. Yay! Yes, Ken.
Number 1, I usually just chat with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And number 2, I think they make me resilient because like when I'm at home, I don't feel lonely and I have like a lot of my friends to talk to.
Wow, very good, Ken. How about you, Nikki? What have you learned this afternoon, Nikki?
Ma'am?
What have you learned from our lesson this afternoon?
Na, lang sa ma'am, murag na-enhance ang English na ko ma'am, ag ang mga paggamit sa mga words ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Nikki. Bye, guys. Okay, thank you very much.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Bye, Ken.
Bye.
Yeah. Kayo. Thank you kayo, mga kids. Ha?
Ma'am.
Ay,
Something,
salamat
ma'am.
kayo. Grabe, kayo sabay. Walang... Congrats! Bye. Thank you, guys.
Thank you po ma'am.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you. Guys. Thank you.
Thank you kayo, ma'am.
Ay, ay, sayaw ka na daw. Pero picture pa daw mo. Ay, mag-picture sa daw.
Sorry.
yung ka, mag-picture sa ta.
May kim English na lalaki na baka. Pa-picture sa daw ha. Ay, sa i-off inyong cam.
Yan. Dali. Basta lang. Basta na mag-post na yung picture. Picture ta ha, guys. Okay, abunan ni mo calm down.
Ay, kabuni ba?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, smile.
Ala, sada ka nga pangitain no? Inti, future inti. Musunod nga inti.
Sige, another pose.
Musunod nga inti.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody, let's go. Padala sa mga sticker rules.
Bye.